up with y'all YouTube? Hey, it's your boy, man. I'm in higher spirits if you couldn't tell. But that ain't what we talking about today. Today we're doing the first ever Q&A on my YouTube, and all the questions I'm answering are from a post that I made. So if you have any questions for the next Q&A, all I need you to do is comment on this video a question that you have. I'm gonna save them and I'll do it in the next one. I appreciate everybody drop the comment. Without further ado, let's get into it. But of course, gotta throw in them bifoculars, because you know your boy is blind. Look, I damn near missed my face putting them on. Come on now. Alright, so the first question we got is from Rena RT. And it says, question-wise, what is your fighting discipline? And will you ever give us a tutorial? For those of you that watch my content, you know I am well trained in the art of Glock no Jutsu. I will blast a motherfucker. I'm also very versed in other weapons. The bow and knives being my favorites. And of course, my favorite weapon of all time, the sock full of quarters. It's very deadly. But seriously, boxing, karate, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, formally, and I studied capoeira and kickboxing and Wing Chun, but not officially. Will I ever give a tutorial? If that's something that y'all will want, sure. But I'm not by any means a master of any of those things, but I know how to hold my own in the fight. So thank you for the question. All right, the next question I got is from Koidai. Hoi! Okay, that name sounds boss as hell, yo. You sound like a final boss in the anime. The question you have is, how long till we get an album? Not gonna lie to y'all, don't know about the whole album thing, don't know how that's gonna work out, but I am planning to go to the studio when I go back to Mississippi with my friend who is an artist. You might know of him, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say his name, because I ain't name dropping like that, but yeah, I'm gonna go there and go to the studio and cook something up so I can drop a song for y'all, because y'all been asking for so long, so stay tuned for that. The next question we got is from Matthew Seaton. Your last name dope as hell, my boy. The question he have is, do you like Marvel movies? And if you do, who's your favorite superhero? I absolutely love Marvel movies. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a superhero freak. You know what I mean? I'm very nerdy when it comes to the superheroes. Now, I'm not comic. Like, I don't read comics. You know what I'm saying? I don't read anything really. But like, I watch all the movies, and depending on if it's like pieces of a comic, I won't read a comic book, but I'll see it online and like go through it, or like do like the studying of the characters and all their powers and whatnot. I just don't care to read comic books, though. I've never owned one, I don't think. My favorite hero in Marvel, that is a hard one, because it's between Thor and Hulk and Deadpool. And I feel like each one of them has a characteristic that I relate to. Well, aside from the fact that, you know, I don't really relate to Thor. I think he's just cool as hell. You know, who don't like Thor? He's funny as fuck. And you know, come on, you seen that man. That man look good. All right. I ain't gonna pause it, because, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with giving a man a compliment. Okay, if you say he don't look good, you're lying to yourself. Cut it out. All right, the next question is from Alexander Joseph. That man got 2 first names, but we ain't gonna talk about it. What makes you so resilient that you can continue to make content even after minor setbacks? That's very easy to answer. I have had major setbacks my entire life. My life has never really been a smooth sail. So I've constantly fought hurdles and setbacks and all of this stuff, and that's the only way that I know how to be honest. You know what I mean? I've never accepted something as like, if I fail at anything, I don't like my story to end with failure, and so I push until I'm satisfied with what I got. And when it comes to this content creation, you know, entertainment thing, I ain't never gonna be satisfied. I always want to entertain more people, so that keeps me going. And comments from y'all, believe it or not, say like they help me in like the worst times. I always read them. I go back and read the stuff y'all say, man. I really do check every comment. I promise you, I do. Because it means something to me that y'all take the time to say something about my content. So thank you, and I'm glad y'all enjoy it. The next question I got is from Cuckoo 2009. Don't even know what that means, but I got you, G. The question you have is, what made you want to make videos? What made me want to make videos is that I have always been like socially awkward, right? I never really got close to people. But as far as social media went, I was always loved. And so I wanted to share what it is that I do and like who I was with people in a way that I was comfortable doing it. And for me, that was online. And so when I did, I was embraced for it. And when I went to school, I wanted to be a psychologist. And obviously they told me, you gotta go to school for like 6 to 8 years, something like that. And I was like, that's entirely too long. I've been in school from preschool to 12th grade. Like, I'm tired of this. I don't wanna do this no more. And so I was like, you know what? I can find another way to help people mentally without going to school to be a psychologist. And for me, that was making funny content to, you know, ease the burdens of life throughout the day, and that brings happiness to me the same way y'all tell me it brings happiness to y'all. So best believe it's a two-sided deal. So thank you for that question. The next question is kind of similar. It's from Kareem Comarte. Cromarte. I don't know if I said your name right, my man, but that name is very dope, my boy. His question is, what made you want to start social media like YouTube and TikTok? So I want to go ahead and put it out there. I did not want to be on TikTok. I never did. I just, business-wise, it was the smart move because TikTok is by far the easiest platform to gain a following without an audience. And the reason why I was so skeptical about YouTube is because in the beginning, I didn't feel like my content was good enough because nobody was watching it. And it wasn't that I wasn't making good content, I didn't have anybody that was seeing it. And so TikTok gave me the audience. And having that audience and getting that feedback assured me that I was good at what I do, you know what I mean? And at that point, it was a confidence thing. Like, I wasn't confident in my work, and TikTok helped me become confident in my work. And then I finally made a life decision. Like, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber because, you know, I've been on TV, and I don't think the lifestyle that they have as like TV stars and movie stars, like I want to be in movies and TV shows and stuff, but I don't want to get into that lifestyle of things like the way they do things. You know what I mean? I want to do things on my own accord and how I want to do them without somebody telling me what I can and can't do. And so that's why I feel like YouTube would give me a place to have my own TV show without having to be on a TV show, if you get what I'm saying. And so that's why the name is Fredo on TV. You know, I was on TV, but this is also my TV show. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. I'm glad y'all all enjoying it. So thank you for the question. The next question we have, I'm not going to lie, it's probably my favorite because the answer is going to shock everybody. It's from DJ Willis, OG, and the question is, exactly how many quarters are in a sock full of quarters? Guys, I'm not going to lie, I've been fooling y'all this whole time. The sock full of quarters is actually not a sock full of quarters. There are quarters in there. There are. It's about maybe $3 worth of quarters. But it's more pennies and nickels in there than anything, and I have a few golden dollars in it. So really, it's just a sock full of change, you know what I'm saying? And it'll change your life if you get smacked with it. Best believe that. So the moral behind it is you still don't want to get hit with it. But no, it is not actually a sock full of only quarters. So I don't know exactly how many, but I know it's like around $3 to $4 worth of that. But it's a lot of change in it. Next, we got a question from my dog, Sag Gaming. Yes, sir, Sag, not Sad Gaming. And the question is, what motivates you and drives you to keep pushing when the world seems like it's against you? It's kind of similar to the first question that was, you know, along these lines of, like, my life has always felt that way, like the world was against me. And, you know, because I'm used to that and pushing through that kind of, like, feeling in adversity and whatnot, I naturally have a way to get through that, but it also helps that I have, you know, you guys and you know, my family. I'm a very like family oriented person. Those are people that I'm closest to, and so just knowing that they got my back and you know that I'm capable of doing whatever it is that I set my mind to, I always want to strive to be better, and I don't take no for an answer. I don't like failing, and I definitely don't believe in the word can't. There ain't nothing I can't do. I just haven't done it yet. So that's what keeps me going, and I hope that if that was something you needed advice on, that you can develop that characteristic as well. Thank you for the question. Next, we got a question from my boy Juan Fuentes. I hope I said your name properly. The question is, what advice would you give to someone dealing with depression? I just feel alone and like I don't have anyone I can talk to. And to that, I say, how do I deal with depression? My way of dealing with depression is very different. For one, you said you feel alone, but if you do have someone to talk to, I would always suggest that. But if you don't, I personally put my pain into my art, you know, content creation, dancing, gaming, like things that I enjoy doing, and I find ways to turn that pain into a laugh or that feeling that I have into a piece of art that people can appreciate. That helps me out, and I try to keep myself from being in spaces where I'm forced to just think. You know, I try to stay out of that, but also not avoid the problems that you do have. And as far as feeling alone, I want you to know that you're not alone, brother. I know I personally, I got you. If you need to hit me up, I mean that. Hit me up, and I can give you somewhere to contact me if that's, you know, something you want to do. And I'll try my best to get to you as fast as possible. But like once I start talking to you, like I'll literally call you if you need. And I'm pretty sure, you know, some other people in the fam will be willing to help you out as well. So, you know, this is a family, man. If you need something, we got you. And I hope things get better for you, brother. Thank you for the question. All right, the next question is from Batman Khan. Not gonna lie, I don't fool with Batman, but I fool with Genghis Khan. I don't know if that's the Khan you're talking about. You might have been talking about Kodo Khan. I fool with him too. All right, cool. Let's get to the question. He said, "What inspired you to be the greatest?" Also, thanks for making people's day. One, I'm honored that I make people's day. That is, I live for it. And I'm also thankful that you see me as the greatest. And I assume when you ask that question, you're asking what makes me strive to be the greatest I can be. And to be honest, for a long time, it was doubt. Like where I come from and how people viewed me. A lot of people doubted that I was capable of doing the things that I said I wanted to do. And because of that, whether it was like, as an athlete or entertainer or whatever aspect of my life, when someone questioned my abilities, I felt a need to prove them wrong. And I feel like that's a common like mindset in Mississippi where you feel like you got to prove somebody wrong because you're constantly being doubted. People constantly think low of you. And then after like years of that being my mindset, I finally realized that the person I was trying to convince the whole time was myself, and the doubt that I had that I was great. And so now that I've embraced my greatness and that I believe I'm great and I believe I can be a legend, it's starting to show and people are starting to tell me that. So thank you for that question. That was a good one. The next question is from Dev Harper. It says, "Do you watch anime? And if so, why is Asta your favorite character?" Okay, for one, do I watch anime? Absolutely. My favorite anime is Dragon Ball Z. My favorite character in Dragon Ball Z is none other than Kid Buu, the most evil person to ever touch the show. He was a menace, and if he didn't get killed off, he'd probably be thrashing everybody right now. Would have loved to see him in the Tournament of Power. You know what I'm saying? That was a GOAT character, man. I feel like I relate to him in a lot of ways, and just pure and unmatched rage and anger and violence. And I choose violence always. And my second favorite anime, I haven't quite decided on yet. But my second favorite anime character is Rock Lee because that is a man you respect. In a world full of people that got powers and jutsus and all this crap, that man said, "I'm gonna throw these hands to you regardless." Okay, and I respect that because that's the kind of person I am. I want to throw them hands and get my fade. Period, bro. I ain't scared of nothing. Now the second part is Asta, my favorite character. I don't know who that is. Not gonna cap. I assume that it's a character from Black Clover, but I haven't started this show yet, and I'm about to. So hopefully, with that being said, I'll probably look, more into that character and see, what's so great about him. But thank you for the question. Next, we got the Whip Boys. I don't know if this is one person or multiple, if y'all a group, but if it's a group, what's up, y'all boys? If it's just you, respect. If you weren't such a badass influencer, what job would you be working? Keep up the greatness, brother. One, thank you. Two, I honestly couldn't tell you that I'd be happy doing anything else. So I couldn't imagine what I'd be doing. I mean, I'm capable of doing a lot of things, but none of them make me happy as as happy as being an influencer. Which I guess if I did have to say though, it'd probably be performing on stage or like on TV because those are the two things I did before I was an influencer. And it's just entertainment in general. Like I'd be a street performer before I'd worked a job for somebody. I don't like having a boss. I don't like people telling me what to do, and I like to feel like I'm doing something I enjoy. That way, doing it every day isn't a task. It's something I want to do when I get up. So yeah, that was a great question. And last but not least, the question that I probably hold the closest to my heart, Tyson Waters asked, "What was your inspiration to start dancing?" I get that question a lot. And I tell people my entire life, literally from infancy to now, I've been a dancer. They have videos of me dancing as a baby. And so music has always spoke to me in a way that people never could, and it's always allowed me a way to express myself that I couldn't verbally. And so, dancing is one of those things I feel like I was literally just born with. And I practiced my entire life, self-taught, to be better at it. So one day I could be on TV and perform on stages doing that because that's what I'm passionate about. And I made that happen. And so just watching Michael Jackson growing up, or Stomp the Yard, You Got Served, all these dance movies, and like, man, it's just so cool, and I want to be able to do that. And then practicing it for hours on end, I got good at it. So and it made a name for me. And I'm forever grateful for that connection that I have with music. So I appreciate that question, man. Thank you. I feel like that went pretty good. So that's all the questions I got this time. I appreciate y'all watching the video. And if you got any more questions you want answered, just drop them in this comment section. I'll check them out and we'll get them on the next video. If you haven't turned on the post notifications yet, do that. Subscribe if you watched all the way to the end. Thank you. And drop a like. And y'all be safe, man, and be easy. And if you can, ride a bike to work, because them gas prices is crazy.